John Cena. Here we are. Closing in on the end. I've ditched the power armor because I was tired of looking at power armor and at scenes where I was talking to people and they're all looking up at me. I don't know. Stupid design choice by them, making power armor get rid of fall damage entirely and give you a fucking jetpack. So, the power of PC modding, I'm keeping my fucking jetpack, and I'm also not ruining the cinematic experience in dialogue conversations. It functions the same, still drains my AP. I have legendary enchantments on my, modifications on my boots. My little metal attachments down there to remove falling damage. It's a built-in mechanic. So, fuck it. The only thing that I added was a thing that makes my wedding ring turn into a jetpack. There is no real animation for it, obviously. But, we're gonna be in first-person mode most of the time anyway.
Looks like
So yeah,
Crime's coming along.
neatness.
Can't wait to
Anyway,
smash the Institute.
I've done a little bit of research about what quests alienate you from what groups, and this is literally the last quest I can do without pissing somebody off. And it's kind of a... I assume it's a pretty big quest, given the fact that it's called Blind Betrayal, and it's all like me looking all upset. Is that Dance? Then I left Dance in that nuclear facility. This quest is about betrayal. Dance did something, man. Dance is up! So, here we go.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
What?
Not at all. I have nothing to hide.
I find that very hard to believe. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Dance is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
What?
That's impossible.
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers.
Wow.
Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace.
Wait, what does
His
this have to do
sudden
with me?
absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Dance are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
Had he told me, it would have been my duty to report it immediately.
Apparently, I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Dance is a synth. He represents everything we hate. A monstrosity of technology.
Damn.
Our mission in the Commonwealth
But
is
synths
clear.
don't even know they're
The
synths most of the
Institute and
time.
its creations need to be destroyed.
At least
in
until
order
they
to
find
preserve
out.
our future. Which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Dance and execute him.
Oh boy, here we go. Oh god.
I won't do it. Dance deserves a chance to explain himself.
You will do it. This is not up for judgment or debate. I'm giving you a direct order, Knight, and I expect you to follow it without question. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Dance was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
Balonet Alpha at 93%. Compensating.
Well, this right here is probably the biggest surprise in the entire game. I'm kind of sad. I hope I can save him somehow.
Barrow Squad, report to debriefing.
I really thought he was
Squad
like,
to the debriefing.
honestly, one of the best people in the Brotherhood of Steel. Probably the best person, individual.
Proctor.
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Dance.
I don't need apologies. I need to know where he is.
Yes, you're quite right. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Dance had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
How did you hear about it?
There are no secrets in the Brotherhood. Maxon's made it clear that we're to locate Paladin Dance, and if we find him, report his location to you. That can only mean you've been sent to hunt him down.
Oh, man. This quest is hard.
I don't have time to discuss it right now, Halen.
Why? In too much of a rush to pull the trigger? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Dance did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen! You're addressing a senior officer, and you will show him the respect that he's due. Or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Dance.
Yes, sir.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, sir.
Damn it, Scribe. I told you I didn't want the corners bent. The issues were to be in mint condition.
I'm sorry, Proctor, but this is the only limited edition annual we've recovered. Even before the bombs fell, this was the rarest issue. The one where Grognak dies and comes back to life?
Yes, Scribe. I've read the 2076 underlaying price guide from cover to cover, so I'm well aware of its past value. The fault for this travesty rests squarely on your shoulders, because you chose to ignore the important lesson I taught you.
So you're the new
Which is?
Glad to have you on the team.
Always bag and board. I'm sorry, sir. You're absolutely right. And I promise it will never... Sir? What's that red blinking light on your terminal?
What? Oh, damn it all! I left it in record mode. Just let me...
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
That's a risky question, Halen.
I know it is, but I need you to listen to me for a minute. I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dance.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because someone has to before you rush off and carry out Maxon's orders without thinking about what you're doing. Dance is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you, not just as a member of the Brotherhood, But as a human being, give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Pribwin showed up, Dance had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war US military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now.
I seriously doubt he
or
even
if
knew he was a synth.
any of us at all.
Okay.
Hey there.
Sense FEV. Who knows what other
FEV? That's the fucking disease that causes super mutants, and they're working to cure it. Sick shit. God. Brotherhood of Steel has to be like one of the least relatable groups.
Carry food with you, or you'll end up eating some pretty questionable things to stay alive.
I'm gonna test something. Yep, no fall damage. Really gentle landing, too. Alright. So, let's see here. Right next to a place I already control. Not really that isolated, all things considered. I have eyes and ears all over the Commonwealth. Dance, I'll find you. I will question you. Compliment your character and defend you against Elder Maxon if it comes to it. Because ultimately I'll be shooting that ship down. Because there's no way in fuck I'm siding with them. At least not for this playthrough. I'll probably play through the last 4 or 5 missions from each group's perspective. Except for the Minutemen, which kinda blends into the other groups, because they're the fallback. If everyone hates you, you can complete the game with the Minutemen. Is basically the way it works.
You know that old insane asylum? Stay away from it. People who poke around up there don't come back.
Do you know how to get in? Because, like, I went there, and the doors were fucking locked. Don't mind me. Rocket Beatnik. Here comes Blaze Glory. Ah! Stop! So technically, I am actually losing quite a bit of defense by not taking the power armor, but I don't know, there's no benefit to what I'm doing other than I just look like myself rather than the fucking X01 power armor for the entire game. So, I'll take it. Verified one, dog tags, busted computer, guy. Not busted computer, American flag. Powered elevator. Let's do this.
Going down.
Changed my beard to be a little bit longer, my hair to be not shaved on the sides, kind of like Elder Maxim. I did that for like 1 episode and decided I didn't like it anymore. I also kind of faded the brown a little bit. Thought maybe like, hey, my beard's longer, my hair's graying a little bit. Maybe I'm getting older, you know? anybody. Oh, he's not wearing clothes aside from the Vader hat. Oh man, I forgot about that. This is gonna be great. What are you doing here? Wearing my Vader hat. Captain Rutledge ordered me to take over long-range monitoring today. That means 4 weeks stuck in this bunker with only military rations, old magazines, and a transistor radio to keep me company. However, I'll try to make the best of it by doing my job of monitoring the airwaves for any suspicious transmissions. Maybe next month I'll get more interesting assignment, but for now it's time to kiss the light of day goodbye for a month. I had a strange incident today. I was monitoring the low-band frequencies, the stuff normally used by outdated equipment, when I came across a very strange repeating message. It was in English, but it was very difficult to make out due to all the static. It stopped broadcasting after about an hour, but it made a few phrases. Internal void, dreams are getting darker, and blood runs so still. The only other thing I picked up was what I assumed to be a call sign, DEK. I'm going to send these paraphrases over to translation in Washington as soon as possible. I haven't heard anything from Washington yet, but I assume they haven't come up with any answers. While I was waiting, I decided to continue monitoring that same frequency around the clock. Tuned in, but I haven't heard anything in 4 days. I'm getting awfully anxious to hear something new, or for the translation guys to tell me what the heck I had heard. But for now, I'll just have to wait. Woke up today, banging noise on the elevator door like somebody was trying to get in. I looked at the readout, and it said the elevator has been in its lockdown position since I got here. So that doesn't make any sense. I decided to activate the bunker's defense system as a precaution and broke out the emergency rifle we keep locked up down here. I have to admit, a cold chill was running down my spine. The banging continued for almost an hour straight, then it stopped. I don't know why, but I have the strange feeling this is somehow related to the mysterious broadcast I intercepted. It's been 5 days since the banging on the elevator, and Washington finally broke radio silence to tell me that the holotape recording they received was blank. When I listened to my local playback, they discovered that they were right. My tape had nothing on it. When I mentioned the noises I heard, they told me it was possible I was experiencing auditory hallucinations from being isolated for so long. They said to hang tight and they'd send someone out to relieve me. It's possible that this isolation did something to my mind. Maybe I wanted to find a mystery to solve to occupy the time so badly. My imagination decided to take over. Whatever it was, I hope this doesn't go down on my permanent record. I wonder if this is related to the aliens you can find in the game somewhere. Interesting. Not even gonna look at me, buddy? Fine, I'll come to you. Short little walk.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
Why didn't you tell me, Dance?
Because I didn't know.
I knew it.
Until Quinlan got that list decoded. I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
No.
Don't be ridiculous.
Oops.
Look, I'm not blind to the fact that we're good friends, and this must be very difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I've made my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck do I do? I really want a way for him to live, frankly. God.
Come on, Knight. Say what you have to say. Come on, Knight. Say what you have to say.
No. I won't do it, Dance.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
You're the proof that Maxon's wrong. You're a synth, but everything you've done has been for the good of mankind.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I'm not technology that's gone out of control. I've been a benefit to mankind, not its downfall. Perhaps now that you've opened my eyes, I can consider my next move.
Whatever you decide to do, I've got your back.
Thank you, my friend. But I have my own path to follow. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success, or Maxim will just send someone else to hunt me down. Now, come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
Well, that's not terrible. I think that's good enough. There's a way for him to stay as your companion, but I think you have to actually play out the dialogue right with Maxon somehow. Where the fuck did he go? Did he take an elevator out?
Going up.
You betrayed the Brotherhood.
It's not his fault.
Oh boy.
It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's not a thing. He's one of your best men.
Have you taken leave of your senses? Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, all the blood I've spilled in our name, how can you say that about
You're
me?
the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you, Dance. Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope,
But
completely
how can he
disregarding the
blame
repercussions.
robots
Can't you
and
see
not
the same
humanity?
thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
Oh, Jesus. He's all saying pretty much the same thing. Just less degrees of harsh.
Dance wants to save mankind, not destroy it.
You're as delusional as you are insubordinate. How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory, and some of my memories aren't my own. But when I saw my brothers dying at my feet, I felt sorrow. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust, and I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity, and I thank you for it. Whatever you decide, know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Touching. Either you execute Dance, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
After all the sacrifices I've made, and all the battles I've fought for the Brotherhood, you need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well. I'm listening.
Jesus.
Whether he's human or not, Dan saved the lives of countless Brotherhood soldiers. Now it's time you saved his.
You're a stubborn man. So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Dance to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive. Which leaves me with only a single alternative. Dance, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood Knight, and your remains were incinerated. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Pridwin, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you choose to ignore me, know you'll be fired upon immediately. Do we understand each other?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason you're still alive is because of him. I'm returning to the Pridwin, Knight. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
Excuse me.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxon like that.
Friends take care of each other, no matter what.
That they do. Which is why I've decided to stay here. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post, but it will have to do. Besides, you're still gonna need my help, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you wander the Commonwealth alone. Now, you better get back to the Pridwin. In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable. If you ever need me, I'll be right here.
What about Halen?
I don't think Maxon knew she was involved, so she'll be safe. I'll contact her and let her know what happened here. It's the least I could do.
Goodbye, Dance.
Farewell. I hope the next time we meet, it will be under happier circumstances.
That went a lot better than I expected it to. Thank God.
If Dance ran away, he must be guilty. We better find him before it reveals our secrets to...
Reporting is ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. This conversation will be the last time we speak about Dance. As far as the Brotherhood of Steel is concerned, he's dead. Do you understand?
Understood.
Good. Of course. Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us.
He was not a traitor.
I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
I'm honored, Elder.
You've earned it by your own actions. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute to contend with, and a lot of work to do before we can begin our final assault. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Alrighty. With that, it's all downhill from here, I guess, as far as pacing.
Your promotion was well deserved, Paladin.
Jeez. Huh? What? News travels around instantly as soon as anything happens. It's weird. People are instantly commenting, "Cold water on your boobs."
Because I felt like it. The water out.
I don't think the mic picked that up.
Cool. Probably.
Attention. Bravo 6-4, report to Armor Bay 2. Bravo 6-4 to Armor Bay 2.
Aelin?
I heard that Elder Maxon
Has
got
anything
that
to say?
scar on his face from going one-on-one with the Deathclaw.
Ooh, one-on-one with the Deathclaw. Deathclaws are, like, not scary. Is that Dance's power armor? Dude, it totally is. Pretty sweet. I ain't gonna use it. It's there. Where's Aelin?
Man, you haven't lived until you've tipped a Brahmin with a vertibird. Now that's a challenge.
Taking down Paladin Dance must have been a tough order to follow. We're in your debt.
If you run into any synths, shoot to kill. We don't take prisoners.
Should.
A synth.
These fucking people.
If you find any technical documents, you should bring them to Project Wayland for analysis.
That'd be fucking animals. I just want to talk to the only sensible person on this fucking ship, and I can't find her.
I can't believe super mutants.
Maybe she's not even on the ship right now. Maybe she's down on the ground.
Welcome back. Heard about Dan.
Fuck off.
How can a machine believe it's alive? It's ridiculous.
How can a monster believe it's alive? Asshole. Jesus Christ, did somebody fucking leave the sauna running in this fucking airship? Where's Halen? I want to talk to Halen.
Internal monitoring active. Looks quiet.
Old lady,
Paladin.
Ingram,
Good.
Kells. Oh shit.
Now that the unfortunate...
No.
Come back here now, Paladin.
That's the next quest. I don't want to do this. Not yet. Next time.